The audience is so fragmented now, and there's such a battle for ratings, and with so many cable outlets, it's hard to imagine that they're not somehow affected by the money they need to bring in. It's, I think, high time that we had a source for news, like the Real News Network, where you can just count on it not being influenced, because there's no way that it can be.
While many questions remain unanswered about who was behind the attacks in Mumbai, the Indian government insists the organizers were based in Pakistan. India's foreign minister has demanded the government of Pakistan take action in apprehending suspects wanted in connection with the Mumbai attacks.
Now we have in our Dimasse asked the arrest and handover of those persons who are settled in Pakistan and who are fugitive of Indian law. Therefore, there are a list of about 20%. Lists are sometimes altered, and this exercise is going on, and we have renewed it in our Dimasse, and we will await the response from Pakistan.
This demand has been supported by the United States government during recent visits by Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, a position she confirmed Sunday upon returning to the U.S.
I think we do believe that there is evidence of involvement somehow on Pakistani soil. I believe that the government of Pakistan very much wants to do the right thing here, because they understand that Pakistan has a responsibility, even if these were non-state actors, which I believe they were, non-state actors operating on Pakistani soil. It is still Pakistan's responsibility to respond.
This has been accompanied by a statement from U.S. President-elect Barack Obama. When asked if India had the right of hot pursuit and thus could take its own direct action against militants based in Pakistan, Obama said,
"I'm not going to comment on that. What I'm going to restate is a basic principle. Number one, if a country is attacked, it has the right to defend itself. I think that's universally acknowledged. The second thing is that we need a strategic partnership with all the parties in the region, Pakistan and India and the Afghan government, to stamp out the kind of militant, violent, terrorist extremists that have set up base camps and that are operating in ways that threaten the security of everybody in the international community."
The Pakistani government has stated that there was no evidence that the Mumbai attacks were carried out by Pakistani citizens. Such proof may now have been provided in a report by McClatchy journalist Saeed Shah, who visited the village that Indian authorities have claimed to be the home of captured Mumbai attacker Ajmal Amir Qasab. The Real News spoke to Saeed from Islamabad.
Saeed, you went to the village that the purported one of the members of the terrorist gang in Mumbai, and could you tell us what you found there?
Well, basically, it's a poor, rundown village. What I found there was some very scared locals who were mostly trying to deny any connection with this young man caught in Mumbai. But a few did confide in me that they knew it was him. They confirmed a picture that I showed them that it was the boy from the village. I also found his family home there, where his mother and father lived, although they had disappeared during the week.
Are you now settled in your own mind that this man was from this village? Do you think you've made a verification that stands up?
Well, I've managed to stand up. I think most of the details that have emerged from the interrogation of this boy, and everything that has emerged from this very leaky police interrogation in India of this boy's origins in this village fitted what I found.
What are some of the examples?
Well, the fact that the interrogation did find that he is a poor, uneducated boy, which was the story that I was told in the village. The parents' names that came out in the interrogations are the ones who live in this house, and I managed to get hold of the local electoral roll, the records at the town hall, which confirmed the names that had been in the Indian media are the same names as that house, and even down to the father's profession. He pushes around a snack cart which was what was in the Indian media. And when I went into the house, there in the courtyard was this cart, and it's quite common in Pakistan that you sit around and you sell savory snacks on it. I got hold of their national identity card numbers, and I'm satisfied with myself that the two people that the interrogation said were his parents who lived in a village called Faridkot, I had found them.
And this is in the Punjab area of Pakistan?
Yes, it's in the Punjab province, in the south of the Punjab province, and the significance of the south of that province is that it's a known area for militant recruitment for a number of reasons. It's got a lot of madrasas, these Islamic schools, and it has a tradition of producing jihadists that go and fight both in Kashmir, and more recently they've started to go and fight in Afghanistan. And this village, it turned out, is a real hotbed of recruitment for this particular group, Lashkar-e-Taiba, which the Indians say carried out the attack on Mumbai.
Now, did you hear any specific stories about this man being connected with the movement?
Yeah, I was told that because he left the village about 4 or 5 years ago, I was told that when he came back, he would speak about wanting to free Kashmir, the Kashmir region, from Indian rule.
The potential for open conflict between the two countries came to the forefront after reports of a mysterious phone call that took place on the night of November the 28th in the midst of the Mumbai crisis. Saeed reports that Pakistan's ambassador to London, Wajid Hassan, stated that President Zardari received a call in the middle of the night, threatening Pakistan with immediate attack. And the caller ID system showed that the call was emanating from India's External Affairs Ministry. After the call, Zardari put Pakistan's military on high alert and called Condoleezza Rice to inform her of the crisis. India's Minister of External Affairs has declared the call a hoax, attributing it to those inside Pakistan who wish to exacerbate tensions between the two countries. With international pressure increasing alongside growing evidence of the involvement of Pakistani citizens in the attacks, Pakistani security forces took their first actions against the group Lashkar-e-Taiba that Indian officials accuse of organizing the Mumbai attacks. On Sunday, Pakistani officials raided the complex linked to the Lashkar, located in the Pakistani-controlled area in the disputed Kashmir region. The raid is reported in resulting in the detention of Zaki-ur-Rahman Lakhvi, a man India accuses of masterminding the Mumbai attacks. Dawn newspaper in Pakistan reports that the government on Monday intensified the crackdown against jihadi charity organizations Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jamaat-ud-Dawa across the country that led to the arrests of 24 persons, including a top militant commander wanted by India in connection with Mumbai carnage. Dawn says that it is hoped that the prevailing tension between two nuclear states, Pakistan and India, will diffuse to some extent after the operation was jointly launched by military and civil security forces.
This is the sort of thing we can build right now without anyone else's permission from the government or from the business community. It's the power's in our hands.
If we're not going to sleepwalk into more wars and into environmental disaster, we think we need to start with a television news network that won't bow to pressure and has the courage to seek facts. And that means independent economics. And that's why we need you.
Real hope means facing a complex reality. Your tax-deductible donation makes it possible. Please contribute. Visit therealnews.com.